I was gonna be an astronaut, but you know, wow, this is small. Hi, good morning. We are at, as you can probably tell by all the rockets behind us, at Kennedy Space Center. Woo. It's super hot and humid. Well, it's not super hot, but it is humid.
Yes.
And it is a little windy, so we're sorry if there's wind noise. You're also going to have lots of other noise. There's fans and people and music. All kinds of stuff. Music, so. Anyway, we're going to go get our bearings, shoot some B-roll. I know there's a bus tour later, and there's a couple of these things, some IMAX things. This is the Astronaut Hall of Fame, so check some of that out. Probably won't get any pictures of that because they probably won't let me film their movies, and I wouldn't anyway. No. But hey, we're just gonna get our bearings. We're gonna make Jen climb in the Gemini space capsule over there, things like that. So anyway,
okay,
we're just gonna go figure out what we're gonna do, and then we'll get back with you. We just came through the rocket garden there. I don't know if that's what it's called, but that's what I call it. There's all those rockets. And then here's the Saturn V. Look at that. It's freaking huge. I'm just gonna point at it. Look at it. It's huge. It's crazy. And then you can see compared to the size of those little rockets, there's like launch satellites and stuff. That thing's gigantic. That's awesome. That's why I came here. That's why I wanted to come here, is to see that stuff. Like I said earlier, there's the Apollo command module, and then one of those was Gemini, and what was the other one called? Can't remember. But they have each of the capsules, so you can go sit in them and see what it feels like, how small they are. I mean, the Apollo one's fairly big, but the other ones are tiny, so I don't know. All right, Jen climbed in. How is it?
It's
comfortable?
Terrible.
No, you see how tight that is? I'm not even gonna try. I mean, I could get in there, but
it's terrible.
I'm not gonna do it.
And what you can't see is there's a bunch of switches and buttons that would be up here that they were controlling.
That Jen can't even reach.
Barely, I can't.
Yeah. Sorry, you can't be a spaceman.
It's terrible, I'm out of here.
All right. See, I didn't come up with a name on my own. That back there, it is called the Rocket Garden. At least according to that sign, where it says that's the Rocket Garden Cafe. So, cool. I was right. Maybe I already heard that and I was just, I don't know. Anyway, let's see. I think we're going to try and get another capsule. I might get in this one, maybe. We'll see. All right, we're in the Gemini, I believe. Lovell and Borman were in here. 206 orbits, 14 days.
And Dan could not do this because...
Look at that. It says on the sign, they couldn't even stretch their legs. Can you imagine sitting in this? And the thing is, the seats, I'm sure it's different when you're in low gravity or no gravity, but the seats are like round.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm really sitting at an angle. Crazy. And
I
then,
just can't even imagine. Like, you literally couldn't move in here.
yeah.
No.
Can you imagine 14 days sitting like this?
No.
Eating,
No.
pooping, all that fun
No.
stuff. Yep.
I am not the right person.
Yeah, you're like,
for
oh, it's a
this
big
job.
deal with those astronauts. You know what they did? It's like, yeah, they
It's a
did
big
stuff like
deal.
this.
Yeah.
Crazy.
The rocket garden is located right across the nature
Oh.
and technology building. I hope you can join
Oh my
us.
goodness.
Okay. I was gonna be an astronaut, but you know, wow, this is small. Whew. This is smaller than a B-17. Oh my god. Now I have to get out. Okay. Oh.
Do you feel like you're giving birth or being born? Maybe is a better way.
This capsule's giving birth.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's tight in there. I couldn't even lay down. I mean, my head wouldn't fit. Yep, there goes all my dreams about being an astronaut.
And that is why Jen did not go in there. Like, even looking at going in there started giving me anxiety. No.
Yeah, I mean, the one when we got in the Gemini, we were sitting upright. Not that one. And that's only because that one's on its side. The Gemini capsule, they have it on its side, so you sit upright. Otherwise, you're laying down. No.
It's terrible. No, thank you.
No.
This is why
Yep.
astronauts are amazing.
That's why they're heroes.
Yes.
Because they climbed in crap like that and got jettisoned into space.
And they didn't know if they were going to make it or not, honestly, so.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to go around here. I see the sign for the bus tours. And then, of course, the shuttle thing's over there. So definitely want to see the shuttle. The Atlantis, I believe, is here. So I'm going to check that out. We followed the giant booster rockets, and we're here to look at the Atlantis. Look how big these things are. Oh, look how tall they are. Oh my god. It's nuts. Wow. Anyway, we're going to check out the Atlantis. They have the Atlantis space shuttle in here. Full on. This is one of the things I really wanted to see. And it's open, they have the doors open and everything. You know, not like the side doors. They don't have side doors. You know, the big bay doors open and everything. So, should be pretty cool. And it'll be air conditioned, which is always nice. Oh my god, it's so dark now. As you can see, we're here in the Atlantis display. You don't just walk in here. There's a short movie about kind of how they developed the space shuttle. And then you go into another room with like big arching screens where they have a launch and part of the mission and stuff. At one point they turned on and it made me dizzy. Jen couldn't look, but and then you can see the door back there behind the shuttle. They turn the lights on back here and you can see the shuttle through there, and it's like, I mean, I'd be lying if I didn't admit I got emotional when I saw it. It's huge. The crazy thing is this has been in space multiple times. It's not like the Apollo rocket you saw out there, the other rockets. Those never went into space because those were all disposable. This is not, though. This has been there, so it's crazy. Wow. And then over there, you can see there's a mock-up of the Hubble telescope. You can see how big that is. That's the size of a school bus. I think you can fit a school bus in there.
Okay.
What's up?
It's actually been in space 33 times. Yeah. And I'm not sure if you can see it, but that's all pitted from all of the rockets, the launching of the rockets. It's actually pitted all these tiles back here, which is crazy if you think about that.
You can see the pitting right there. That's from the rockets and everything. I can sit here and stare at this all day. It's absolutely crazy. And there's the boom. It says Canada on it because Canada built the boom. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. There, watch. You can see behind my fat head. Wow. Incredible. Honestly, like I said, I walked in here, I mean, I immediately totally got emotional.
Me too.
I mean,
Shockingly enough.
it's so huge and so gigantic, and the way they did it was amazing. The room kind of went dark, and then that door, I don't think any lights are always on in here, but that door they did whatever, and all of a sudden you could see it behind there, and it was like, wow. And then they raise the door and you walk through, and it's like...
And the way, because there's a big screen back there that shows the Earth, and like right now the Northern Lights. So when it opened up, it looked like the space shuttle was just floating around the Earth. It was so cool. So cool. We
came around the backside. It's far less interesting on the bottom. These are just the heat tiles. It's cool looking. It's very sleek back here, but it's not... the screen's playing stuff. It's not interesting from a visual perspective anyway. There. Now maybe you can get a little better. You kind of see the shape of it. There's the wing up there, and then the engines are right over here. So it's absolutely massive. The fact that they took that into space and then brought it back.
Okay.
Crazy.
That. But then what about when it's sitting on top of those ginormous airplanes and it looks tiny on top of those airplanes when they were flying them around? It's like crazy to me.
Yeah, I've never been.
It's huge.
I've never been in a 747, so.
No.
That's 747's much larger than that, but it's still 747s don't go to space. So there's that. The space shuttle is right up there above us. Now we're underneath it. Holy crap. Anyway, down here they have just some more displays. The whole model. There's the tires. You can see how big those are. Like 3 feet. They're not that big. Is that really how big they are? Oh, these are the actual tires. These flew on STS-135. They're not a whole lot bigger than the tires on the Jeep. I thought they'd be much bigger. Huh. They're like solid rubber though. Well, maybe not solid, but they're not like a regular tire. Weird. You can kind of see there. See that little, like that's where it hit and skid before it started rolling. Huh. Wow. Oh, and there's the NASA RV. We gotta go check that out. Behind us here, we have the Astrovan. Because astronauts in their bulky suits could not fit in a car or a regular van, they took them to the launch in this. They travel in style. That's an Airstream.
It's an Airstream.
An Airstream motorhome. The plaque back there or whatever says the astronaut who's quoted, I don't remember who he is, but it said he always associated riding in this with flying because he only did it twice. Launch practice and launch. Who'd have thought we'd see an RV here at Kennedy Space Center? Well, we did. Now you want one, don't you? They do have the, as you would expect, the Columbia and Challenger memorial rooms thing. We're not gonna film in there because I'm probably gonna cry, but fortunately I remember both of those. But we're gonna go in there and check those out, and then we'll get back with you in the gift shop. We just got out of the memorial. They have pieces of both Columbia and Challenger in there, and it's like discovering a piece of the World Trade Center. It's just words can't describe. But behind me here, they have all of the shuttles here, all 6 of them. Enterprise, if you didn't know, interesting fact, Enterprise never went into space, and it was originally named Constitution, but a write-in campaign from Star Trek fans caused President Gerald Ford, to rename it Enterprise. So that's the only one that's never gone to space. It is on display in New York City, so you can go see that one, although that one never went into space. So it's probably much cleaner and a little better shape than this one. I mean, this one's in bad shape, but you know, it's like a car that some grandma parked in her garage forever. That's probably what the Enterprise looks like. So we got out of the space shuttle thing, and then we had lunch, and now we're going to go ride on the bus. we finished the bus tour, and they let you up here and they take you in and you get another little program. Then you go to the firing room, which is a mock-up. It's not really a mock-up, it's actually the consoles, but you know, the control room. It's not the actual control room, but the consoles and stuff are. And then I think I mistakenly said there was a Saturn V rocket out front. I don't know. You know, it looked huge out there. That is a Saturn V rocket. Where is it? There it is. I can't even get in the camera from here. Yeah, the one up front, not a Saturn V. This is a Saturn V rocket. Oh my gosh. This is terrible lighting. There we go. Anyway, the bus tour took us around the vehicle assembly building. You don't get to go there, but it's absolutely huge. There's an American flag on the side, and the blue part of the flag is the size of an NBA basketball court. You drive by it and it's like, my eyes are telling me it's not as big as it is, but I'm like, that thing's huge. And it's because they assembled this, see that? Inside of that building, so it had to be huge. We looked in the command module. It's not really exciting in there. You just get to look in a little hole, but I'm walking under the Saturn V right now. I've been walking for 3 days and I'm still not, no, it's not true. It is quite long, and it's actually in stages. So I mean, it's not one complete rocket. The stages are separated. As I will show you here. I started talking too soon apparently. There we go. Okay, hold on. So there you can see the second stage is up here, and then back that way is the first stage, the big one, and then the smaller second stage, and then back over here. Well, I gotta walk around. There's a model, but I'm gonna go around the other side where there's better lighting. And then down here, still walking. Yeah, I'm about halfway. I mean, it's huge. I didn't start at the beginning when I started talking either. There's a restaurant before we get to the end.
Eventually.
Anyway, still walking, okay. I'm on to the third stage here, and then up here is the final and the end of the rocket where the command module and all that sat. Right, I'm not even there yet. Right there. And you can see the other end of the building, way down there. That's crazy. It's absolutely nuts. All right, wait for Jen to catch up. She went to the head. Oh, and there's more down here, of course. Why not? I don't know if you knew that, but you know, the American flag, you know how it always stuck out straight? It's because they had to hang it on like a curtain rod. Space, there's no wind. It doesn't blow around. It'll just hang there forever and never move because it's space, there's no air. That was the landing module. Oh, the moon buggy's over here. Oh, this is pretty cool. I don't know. Personally, the space shuttle was a lot more impactful. I mean, this is amazing. I mean, this rocket's huge and it makes the space shuttle look tiny, but it was just a lot more impactful. I see Jen down there. Still, I think we're going to get something about the moon landing and then maybe Apollo 13, because Jim Lovell was on the movie saying, you know, Apollo, you know, I was also the commander of Apollo 13, but that's another story. So maybe we'll get to see that down there. I don't know. We will find out. Here's Jen. There's a bathroom right there.
Of course there is.
Of course there is. See how big this is?
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It just keeps going and going.
I know.
Like, and it's still not done.
I know, I walked down here and I was talking the whole time and it's like, nope, I'm only about halfway done now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So we should go check that out. That's pretty cool. We're gonna check this out together. There's another RV. The one we saw was for the shuttle missions. This one over here, hold on, I had to maneuver through crowds, is for the Apollo mission, called the Astrovan. Was that the name of the other one? I don't remember anymore. Anyway, it's a much, much smaller vehicle. Smaller cruise though, they only had 3. But I don't know if you can see inside. I'll turn it around. So there, you can see inside. I know there's some reflection, but 3 seats for the astronauts spaced out so they can put all their breathing apparatus and then their helpers and whoever. So there you go. A 60s version motorhome. Anyway, we're gonna go into the Apollo 1 tribute. And we'll meet you on the other side. It's been a while, but we went and saw the What's it called? Lunar Theater. It's kind of about the Apollo program. They didn't do Apollo 13 at all. Jim Lovell was like, well, that's another story. And I'm like, oh, that's going to be about Apollo 13. It wasn't. But as promised, there's the backside of the little model. It's all cut out and stuff. It's cool. I'm going to go look at it.
It's cool.
But I'm not going to show you because it's probably boring. It is, I don't know. I don't know what it says. I'm trying to guess what the scale is. 50th? Maybe? I don't know. That rocket up there? That one? That is so huge. You cannot fathom it. Just like the assembly building. It is so giant that the guy's like, oh, see that building up there? And it was like, it was off the distance, but it was pretty big. And he's like, it's 5 miles away. And I was like, what? It's crazy. It's huge. We're gonna look at that and see if there's anything else around here. And then, oh, I didn't notice that. The spaceman. The astronaut. See? Find the bus back, probably.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. I don't know. See what's over there?
Yeah.
There's the astronaut Hall of Fame thing we didn't see.
I think that's the only thing.
Then we gotta go shopping, maybe?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll catch up with you later. So, just go on ahead. We'll find you. All right. That's pretty much it. We went to the Astronaut Hall of Fame thing. The 3D show was nausea-inducing.
Yeah.
They should issue a barf bag when you go in.
I honestly didn't watch hardly any of it. It made me very...
I mean, the idea was kind of cool, but the 3D was just like, okay, why do they stop with the 3D? And then the Hall of Fame and some of the displays were kind of cool.
Yeah.
Not as interesting as I thought they'd be, but you know, whatever. It's just a bunch of plaques of astronauts.
Yeah, the way they have it set up is cool, and it shows all the missions that they flew on, but yeah.
I mean, you know, it's like going to the Football Hall of Fame, you know, Canton, Ohio, or watching football games. It's like, same thing. I don't know, other than that, it's pretty cool here. I mean, it's I don't know, it's better than I thought.
Yeah.
I expected it to be, you know, pretty cool because all the history and stuff, but, you know, they do a really good job. It's, you know, it's very Disney-esque, let's put it that way. I mean, it's very well themed, and they do a good job presenting everything and entertaining you and putting on a show. So.
And the space shuttle was by far the most epic part of the day. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, I mean, because I originally thought that was the Saturn V. The Saturn V rocket is like 3 times that size. It's huge. So I was wrong. It looks big out here, but when you see the real one, you're like, oh, no.
Yeah.
So that stuff was pretty cool. Food was okay.
Nah.
Okay, it wasn't okay.
The
fries were good.
The fries.
The
were
Pepsi
good.
was good. Just for the record, it's $57 a person.
It's
unless you're
pricey.
Unless you're old or military, where it's you get a deep discount of $7, making it $50.
It was $10 to park as well on top of that. So I mean, it's expensive, but it's so much history, and if you're into space or that at all, it's totally worth it. I think it's worth the money to come.
Yeah, it really is. It's definitely a fun experience. It's a one-day thing. They do have a longer bus tour and some other stuff you can pay extra for, but the 2-hour bus tour is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I enjoyed it. I'm glad we made it here before we left.
Me too.
I would have hated to miss it, especially now knowing what it is. It would have sucked to miss this. So.
Yeah. I'm glad we came, even though it's gonna be a really long drive home.
Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna go get in the Jeep, head home, get something to drink, maybe get a little food. But anyway, that's our day at the Kennedy Space Center. So with that, we're gonna let you guys go, and Jen is gonna say her thing.
So as always, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for all your amazing comments, and we'll see you guys down the road. Bye-bye.
Bye.